Hi guys, it's Cindy Leach, your polymer clay tutor, and in today's PCT test lab, we are talking about Sculpey Bake and Bend clay. Now, I got some samples of this a little while ago from Polyform, and I wanted to test it out. It's generally used as a kid's clay, and you can see from the cover here, they've got little sculptures and things. I don't tend to do this style of stuff, so I wanted to test it out and see what the product was like and see if I could use it in some other ways as well. So this video is just a little bit about my first impressions about the clay. Now, the packaging is quite nice. It would be nice to be able to store your stuff back in here. It comes with a little plastic blade. I found on mine the way it was cut out, it had kind of a thin plastic edge on it. It's just probably the way it was pressed in the mold. I just used a pair of scissors and trimmed that off actually, because it was folding over when I was trying to cut and not doing a very nice job. But once I trimmed it, it was fine and it cuts quite well. And the clay comes in a bunch of these bright colors. And of course, the first thing I did when I opened up the pack was see if they mixed together and could do some color mixing with them. So I took a little chunk of the red and a little chunk of the yellow and mix them together. Now, this clay is really, really soft and quite sticky. It's quite a bit different than Primo, which is our usual brand of clay. I noticed that it leaves fingerprints really badly, but you can kind of fix that issue. Now, the interesting thing when you mix the colors, and as you can see, they will mix into whatever colors you like, because I find these colors a little on the garish side. Well, you know, they often give kids colors a little on the bright side. But when the colors mix together, but after they bake, they change color quite a bit. So I'll just show you that. Here is, here's the red color. Here is a piece that I baked, and the red has changed quite a bit. It's gotten a lot darker, and it has less of a pastel kind of look to it. The yellow, here's the yellow here. This yellow looks quite almost fluorescent, but when it's baked, it looks a little more like a cadmium yellow, maybe a zinc yellow. And mixed together, I got this really lovely coral color, but baked, you could barely tell that it was different. So the red was very, very dominant, and I would have to, if I wanted to get a nice light orange color, I would sure use a lot less of the red. Here I've got another example where I mixed some of the blue and the red together. I got a purple color, and as you can see here, when it baked up, it's a lot darker. There's some other interesting things about it. First of all, it colors your hands quite a bit, so you're going to want to have a baby wipe close by to keep them clean. And I did a couple of things. I tested baking it at different, I baked them at the same temperature because I always think that they've figured out the right temperature for the clay, but sometimes I think the timing is off. But in this case, I don't think so. I baked these samples here at 20 minutes at 285, which it says on the pack, for 285 Fahrenheit. And that was their suggested level of baking. And then I also did the same thing, only I did it for 40 minutes to see if that would make any difference. And there is a bit of a difference between the two. Now, the thing about the Bake and Bend, and I haven't tested it yet to see the strength. I wanted to do that in front of you and see how it would work. And I wanted to see at the 20 minutes if it would stretch. It does stretch really hard, but it doesn't break. It looks like it's crazing. The edges are crazing a little bit. Camera probably won't pick that up, but I can see it here a little bit. The thing about this clay is it's meant for bending, and look at, you can even tie it in a knot, this skinny piece. Oh, and see on this edge of the knot, I don't know, will the camera pick that up? It's gone light colored. So it will, I would imagine it will give some stress if you're constantly tying and untying it. But it does mean that this kind of, that it's strong and that it's certainly not going to break. If you put little appendages and things on your pieces. Now I wanted to do some sort of little pod flowers to see how they would look, and they would suit this clay quite well actually, because you bend it and it's not going to break or puncture or be all that hard on you, because it's quite flexible. I also wanted to see if it would come apart. It's stiff there, but I see I could tear it apart eventually. Yeah, you can pull it apart. So if you would want to keep that in mind, if you were using it, if kids were using it and they were doing a lot of stretching, that those pieces that you attach to it were stuck on really well, maybe a Bacon Bond would be a good solution for that. Now I'm going to try the same sort of tests with the 40-minute bake. It seems really strong, but it seems to be crazing or cracking on the surface, stress marks a little bit faster. Probably because the surface is a little harder, but it's really strong. Oh, broke a little bit. In fact, I think maybe this one's not as strong as the 20-minute one. It ties nicely. Oh, and it does craze worse. So in this case, the longer baking is not a benefit. Okay, from what I'm seeing here. So stick to the instructions on the pack. It feels a little firmer, not quite as squishy as the other one. And it still is flexible. Let's see if it peels apart. Yeah, it does peel apart. In fact, I think worse than the other one. So I think it benefits having the baking proper at the 20 minutes. I think this would be an interesting product to use in like little stamens coming out of some flowers. Because the temperature is so close to Primo, it's 285 and Primo is baked at 275. I can see that they'd be quite compatible with each other. So if you wanted to add some appendages to a piece that you were doing, or you wanted to make some jewelry with some tentacles on it or whatever, you would have a lot of flexibility to it and no risk of breaking. All right, so I just thought I'd try that out, and if I end up using it in some future projects, I will let you know. All right, and let me know if you like this video. Have you ever used this product before, and is this a helpful tip for you to get to know it a little bit better? Leave those in the comment section below. And if you have any products or ideas or problems that you'd like me to help you with and you want to see it in a future video, leave those in the comment section below. All right, so we'll see you next time, and bye for now.